Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm working on my 100-day project, and we are in green today. Yes, both of those colors had green in the name. That top one looks very gray. I will have a list of the paint and the brands and color names in the description box below in case you're interested in that one. And those ones are both folk art. I think one of them's called Greenscape, and I can't remember, but yeah, they'll be in the description box below if you're interested. That paint I'm putting on right now is Hunter Green, and by looking at that container, I can tell that is it's pretty old. It's pretty old. It came from when Robert's Crafts went out of business, and I had to just look that up online, and they went out of business in 2011. Don't keep your paint that long, people. Use it or lose it. I actually have some Grumbacher that is older than that, and is in much better shape. But yeah, quality is the brand name is important apparently. But use it. Don't save it. I did go for many, many years without painting anything, so that's why I have paints that just sat in storage. So, like I said, today is green. Did I read the colors off yet? I've distracted myself with my Robert's Crafts store. So, it's based on The Secret Lives of Color, the book. That'll be linked in the description box below as well. And we are in the green chapter. And the colors listed there are verdigris, absinthe, emerald, Kelly green, Schills green, terra verte, avocado, and celadon. And I think, as with some of the other colors, with the green, I just threw everything on there, regardless of if it looked good together. But the collage helps. Like, collaging on top of it afterwards helps a lot. Pardon my cough. So, a little bit about green. So, the book, Secret Lives of Color, linked in the description box below. I've been reading excerpts. And if you're interested in any of the other colors, I do have the playlist in the description box below so that you can check out my other videos in this series. So, green became the badge of youth and young love. The expression "to be green," meaning inexperienced, was already being used by the Middle Ages. So despite such positive associations, green had, in the West at least, something of an image problem. This was particularly due to the early misunderstanding surrounding color mixing. I grew up knowing my primary colors and what the secondary colors were. I mean, from a really young age. And I don't know why this astonishes me. I guess, somebody had to learn it somewhere and figure it out, right? So, Plato, the ancient Greek mathematician born in the mid-5th century BC, stoutly maintained that prasenon, which is a leek color, so that's light green, was made by mixing puron, a flame color, guessing that's a red-orange, and melas, which is black. And by mixing those colors, you got green. Now, Democritus, the father of atomic theory, believed that pale green was a product of red and white. For the ancients, green was, like red, one of the middle colors between white and black. And in fact, red and green were often confused linguistically. The medieval Latin sinepul could refer to either until the 15th century. In 1195, the future Pope Innocent III reinterpreted green's role in the divine order in an influential treaty. It must, he wrote, be chosen for holidays and the days when neither white nor red nor black are suitable, because it is in a middle color between white, red, and black. This theoretically gave it far greater prominence in the West, but materially it was still rare, and it never appeared in more than 5% of heraldic arms. Now, isn't that interesting? I know if you start putting all your colors together, you kind of get black. Well, you really get a muddy brown, but, theoretically, all the colors make it dark, right? Now, one reason, so there was a taboo for mixing greens, and, not only was it poorly understood for many centuries, but there was also a deep aversion to mixing different substances. Now that I can understand. Like if you've been listening to my other ones or have read the book, some of these chemicals are like caustic and dangerous and deadly. So you can understand how they would be like not wanting to mix those things together. Because, I don't know, maybe you could make some explosive or deadly or more deadly. Anyway, so alchemists who routinely mixed elements together were mistrusted, and in medieval art, colors usually appeared in unmixed blocks with no attempt to show perspective by shading. In the clothing industry, it was complicated by guild restrictions and the high degree of specialization. In many countries, blue and black dyers were forbidden to work with red and yellow dye substances. In some countries, anyone caught dyeing cloth green by dipping in first woad, then weld the yellow dye, could face severe repercussions, including large fines and exile. The effect this had is plain from the offhanded comment made by a scholar in 1566. In France, if one sees a man of quality dressed in green, one might think that his brain was a little off. This book is very entertaining and so much drama. Now, there were particular difficulties craftsmen and consumers had with green, perhaps contributed to the color's symbolic link with capriciousness, poison, and then evil. The association with poison, at least, had some merit. After the development and explosive popularity of a new copper arsenate pigments in the mid-19th century, Scheele's green was actually very, very lethal. In fact, Scheele's green is one of the greens in this book, and I was reading about it, and so it was invented in 1775 by Carl Wilhelm Scheele, and he immediately started using it on everything and selling it, and by 1855, it was estimated that there were around 100 square miles of wallpaper dyed with this green dye, which was made with copper arsenate and had a lot of arsenic in it. And said a 6-inch square sample of wallpaper was found to contain enough arsenic to poison 2 adults. Now, it said they found that Scheele knew that it contained the poison, and it was poisonous, and he said so in a letter to a friend. But apparently, in reading this, I found out that arsenic was quite common back then. But just as it seemed as if the appetite for greens could not be satiated, disturbing rumors and a string of suspicious deaths began to dull consumers' hunger. Over 18 months working as an artificial flower maker, Matilda Schauer rapidly sickened. Her likely symptoms included nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, rashes, listlessness, and then finally passing away at the age of 19. In another case, a little girl died after sucking the green powder from a bunch of artificial grapes. So yeah, drama behind the color, right? I didn't stop to say, how is everybody? Hope you're doing good. I don't know if anybody's following my roof drama, but it's done. And the gutter is on. And once they got the gutter on and we've had a warm day, I've noticed that there's a dip. So the roofers are coming out again tomorrow to take a look at that dip. Oh, they better not dent my brand new gutters, because that was a Herculean effort to get that really, really long piece, seamless gutter into the backyard. So yeah, more roofing drama. So I've noticed when I've been collaging lately, and I don't know if you've been watching any of my videos, you noticed I've started spraying some things with water. It actually is helping them adhere better, and it also helped make some of my rice paper objects more transparent, which is cool. I'll have to remember that, because the rice paper just looks white, but I sprayed the back of it this last time and it went transparent. And now I don't know if I have anything rice paper on this one, but I have been spraying, well, and even this, see, I'm spraying this one. This one is actually some sort of tracing paper or something, so it's not one that goes transparent either, but it did help a little bit making that more transparent. But yeah, if you want to know more about green, maybe check out the book. Maybe it's at your library. I don't know. But yeah, this has been really fun making these little pieces of art. And this is the easiest method. So I've done the 100-day project for 3 years. This is my third time. The first one I did individual abstract pieces. The second time I did landscapes. And this time I just did free form, abstract, whatever. And this definitely has been the easiest to do in a 100 days. So I really want that long one on there, but I feel like it's not a good shape, but I want it on there because I like the shape. So I just keep messing with it. And those are, I just used some indigo ink on rice paper to make those little black looking marks. So they're actually indigo and not completely black. So if you've been watching my videos, I want to know, what color is your favorite? Do you have a favorite piece yet? I am posting them every day on Instagram. So you can go to my Instagram. I think there's a link in the description box. Go down there and check it out and leave a comment on the one that is your favorite. I'm thinking I might try to reproduce one of them somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to be possible, but into a larger piece. I mean, it might end up being blue just because that's my favorite color. But the purples were I really liked how the purples turned out. So I'm like, I could go any direction. Some of this green is a little bit acid for me. But even if I don't match the color exactly, it would be fun to give it a try, right? In a big piece. Oh, and these green bumps here, they are an acrylic skin from cleaning the paint off my brayer. It builds up, and then after a while you just want to take it off, and if it's thick enough you can peel it. And so I peeled that off and cut those because it was green, so I figured I had to add them somewhere. So I added it to that one. I think that one kind of looks like a flag right now. And of course, my favorite part, peeling off the tape. I hope you're enjoying these, especially since we're more than halfway through. Next time, we'll be into the next color. Can you guess what it is? I bet you can't. Anyway, we've got a few more pictures of these ones coming up. And then, yeah. So if you liked this video, give it a like, leave me a comment. Tell me what's your favorite. And thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day.